still says off air.
No, we're on air.
All right. Well, in that
Hot
case,
start.
hello everyone and welcome into BTB Now. No Jason Cantor tonight. My phone is resting right now in my center console as I am driving home from work. We've got Nick Bogatis. It's
Whoa,
just been.
whoa, whoa. We can't endorse that.
What do you mean?
We can't endorse streaming while driving.
I'm not streaming while driving. We don't endorse distracted driving on this podcast. We do not endorse distracted driving. If you do find yourself distracted driving, setting on your phone, definitely have it. That's we don't hit Android users. I'm sorry. If you have an iPhone, there is a setting where you can turn off distractions while driving. That's why my center console right now there is a phone that is broadcasting this to you. It's a pleasure to be talking to all of you as I come home from work. And Nick, how are you on this fine evening?
I'm doing great, Ray. My man Sid the Kid, number 400 and number 401 yesterday. So it was a grand old celebration there. I've officially called off the tank because the three-peat is now in progress.
Well, that is fantastic. I want you to know that the three-peat won't happen because I am officially declaring the Flyers as back.
Well, hold up. I think you need to pick a side here because both your teams in air quotes there. I know you can't see me because yeah. Both of your teams are in the mix right now. So I feel like you really should have picked a side preseason. But are you
I did pick a
are you a
side.
Golden Knights guy
Oh,
or are you a Flyers
I
guy?
will not be talked down to in such a derogatory fashion. I am a hockey hardo, I'll let you know.
Wait, hold up. I think this entire show is based off me talking down to you. So
No, I will not allow this. This is
okay.
blasphemous. I am now parked. You can now see my face in the darkness. This is not a happy face right now. You want to know why? Because I did pick a side.
Oh, did
I
you?
said the Vegas Golden Knights would win a cup before the Flyers. Therefore, in the interest of me being correct, my side is the Golden Knights winning a title. That doesn't stop the Flyers from knocking out the Penguins in 7 games.
It's funny because if the playoffs were to end today, first round matchup would be Penguins Flyers.
As a hockey hardo, I know that.
Okay. And if that happens, I'll be very tempted to make a trip down there.
Yeah, I hope you're like planning to sit inside like champs and watch because no way I can afford those tickets.
Based on my talks with some other hockey hardos, they said tickets won't be that crazy. Obviously, they won't be the best seats, but yeah, for a first round playoff matchup, they're not expecting anything insane.
I am a big nosebleed guy. Get nosebleeds a lot, and I also sit in the nosebleeds all the time.
That's fair. I've never been a nosebleeds guy. I've actually preferred like watching it on TV rather than be in the nosebleeds. But I mean, I'm open to anything because I've never been to a playoff game, so of any kind, actually.
Wow, incredible story. Distract the audience for about 15 seconds.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys saw number 400 goal, but I don't think I've ever seen really a more. I think the only way it could have been a more Crosby goal is if he was like behind the net and banked it off the goalie's back. But like there was no chance, there was no way possible that the puck could go in the net, and no one knew it was in the net besides it was Connor Sherry, sorry, who like started celebrating. The Sid just kind of went off that, but no one had any clue. Like the horn didn't go off, the light didn't go off, nothing. So yeah. Very Crosby-esque. It's a shame he won't have an MVP this season because it's either going to go to Malkin or Kessel. So I'm hoping they split the Hart and Lindsay this year, and then I guess Crosby can win the Conn Smythe for I think it's going to be his third time. So that'll be cool to see. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the three-peat. And Kessel will probably win. Malkin or Kessel will probably win the Art Ross too. So really looking forward to that. Um, I know we talked awards like a couple other episodes, but this is all I have going for me right now. So yeah, Kutch. Actually, this is way more than 15 seconds, by the way. Kutch debuted in his Giants uniform. That was a little tough, even though I'd been campaigning for him to get traded for a while now. Yeah, it's one thing when you say you want to do it, and then it's another thing when it actually happens. So yeah, that was a little rough. And his son's name is Steele, by the way. I didn't actually know that. Shows how much I'm dedicated to the Pirates, actually. But yeah, um, and this has been about 3 minutes, so I don't know who was talking about 15 seconds, but yeah, I feel like there was something involved in this.
Man.
Okay.
Sheesh.
Sheesh.
I'm back.
How are you now?
Yeah. Just had a quick pause right there, True bloggers form, living in my parents' basement kind of deal.
Cool.
All right, so what we're talking about?
I was going on for a little while about Crosby's goal and the Penguins season so far and whatnot. So
That's nice. I'm really proud of you.
yeah, I appreciate that.
Hey, Nick.
Who's that?
The intern just walked in. Just for fun.
What's up,
Just
buddy?
in the middle of the podcast.
How's that project coming? I assigned you a project earlier today, and you've refused to give me any updates. So there's that.
Oh yeah, I found some. Don't worry.
Can we talk about the intern a little bit? Because last week we were so distracted with the celebration of. You could shut the door. You're welcome in the studio now. We were so distracted by the Eagles winning the Super Bowl that we failed to mention the fact that Woj Vertical NBA was suspended by Twitter, still not freed yet. So hashtag free Woj. That's what we got to get going now, because this was our first NBA trade deadline without at Woj Vertical NBA. And I was kind of sad.
It will be your last NBA trade deadline without Woj Vertical NBA.
That's a promise from the intern to bring back Woj Vertical NBA. You heard it here first. It is 9/17 on February 12th, 2018. And we now have a promise that Woj Vertical NBA will return for next year's trade deadline. Probably not in your possession. Probably a bot will take it over, and you'll get it done. But
where is Twitter's headquarters?
San Francisco, probably one of those cities.
We're gonna need 7 people, 7 plane tickets.
That definitely sounds like a UN Bogatas kind of trip.
I would. Well, no, I don't want to go to California. California is not.
I will sit in the Twitter lobby.
That does sound like a me kind of trip.
FREEWOJ.
What do you say?
That's nice. Also, future Berg to Bell writer Tyler Sandora. We hear that there was a little issue you had with a family member of future Berg to Bell writer Tyler Sandora. Care to comment? No comment made.
Interesting.
So yeah, if he's not going to make a comment, I'm not going to bring it up. Just saying, it was an interesting week leading up to the Super Bowl for the intern. Also, go follow future Birch Bell writer at Tyler_Sandora.
Yep, he's like, it kind of bothers me sometimes, like how much of like a professional he is, like how he live tweets. He live tweets all the basketball games. He like actually says like so and so tells me he's committing to obscure college here.
Yeah, I think we could stop this talk. I also write.
Oh yeah, you do that too, but like I don't know, your Twitter's still kind of fun. Like Tyler's Twitter has just had like the life sucked out of it.
Sheesh.
See, that's what I'm missing.
Well, all right then. On that note, moving along to more fun topics. Oh wait, my bad. I apologize. I don't have the Sixers on right now. Apparently, TJ McConnell went God mode again, and I missed it because I was at work.
Oh, TJ McConnell. I'm a fan of his.
I understand. So could you give me a rundown of how the Sixers are doing this year, as a big fan of theirs?
Good.
Yeah, but like, how would you define good?
I believe if I'm not mistaken, they have won more games than they've lost.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I have a guesstimate as to how many games they've won.
Well, how many games have been played?
53.
I'd say they've won about 33?
28.
20. I was very close.
You were 5 games off.
That's pretty close. That's like the standard margin of error right there.
I don't know about that.
I think you're wrong.
Well, I'm not, but you can keep believing what you want to believe. Okay, the Ben Simmons All-Star scenario. How are you feeling about
Is that confirmed yet? Because I'm very excited for that. Because I'll actually watch the All-Star game.
No, he's not going to the All-Star game.
Oh, he's not? Why?
He was snubbed originally.
No, I know that.
Then we had people get hurt.
Yes.
And then he was snubbed 3 more times.
Who got in ahead of him?
I believe it went Andre Drummond.
Why?
Then we had Goran Dragic, whatever.
He's still relevant?
No, but apparently he's an all-star. And then we had Kemba Walker.
Kemba Walker's garbage.
So that was that. That was your NBA All-Stars that got in before Ben Simmons. Glad you were aware on that one.
Yeah, no. Like, I've come to despise the NBA.
I understand.
No, I really like the Sixers team. Like, I genuinely enjoy like the players on that team, and really just how it's all come together. Because I was on board with that, before I knew any of these guys. But I just I like the team. I hate the league. Just everything that's going on there. Because like a lot of people enjoy all this drama, and like LeBron and LeBron and who LeBron hates and who hates LeBron and LeBron and whatnot. But
sounds like you just hate LeBron.
I do hate LeBron. And what's bugging me is that, like, I've always acknowledged LeBron. LeBron's the greatest player to ever play the game. And there's actually a rumor, like, there's starting to be some murmurs about him possibly coming to Philadelphia. But I despise him. I see him like I see, I would say Tom Brady, but I really like Tom Brady. Like Aaron Rodgers. I hate Aaron Rodgers, but I think he's fantastic at what he does. And would I love Aaron Rodgers to be Big Ben's successor? Probably. But I hate his guts too.
So would you say you hate Bachelorette winning man Jordan Rodgers? Is there like
I hate him too. I hate him too.
Yeah. Is that where it's
There's a third brother too, though. I don't think I hate him.
Okay. Well, in that case, that's kind of like the Cooper, Peyton, Eli kind of deal. You a big fan of Cooper?
I hate Eli. No. I hate Peyton. I hate Peyton the most.
Yeah.
I also hate Eli. And then I hate Cooper Manning because of his association with Anthony DiBundo.
Okay. Well, in that case, 0 for 3 there. Took a shot in the dark. Thought maybe you'd like one of the brothers.
I mean, realistically, there's very few people in sports I don't hate.
Yeah, that's true. I would agree 100% with that statement. Thoughts on Boris Diaw?
I'm a big fan of Boris Diaw.
Okay.
Well, I ironically like Boris Diaw. I just like Boris Diaw because he's fat, basically.
Yeah, so I think the qualifications for you to like them are fat and not particularly great at what they do.
I mean, sounds about right. I do like the entire Pittsburgh Penguins roster, though. They're pretty good at what
Yeah,
they
but
do.
that doesn't count because that's like
Um,
players outside of your
oh,
favorite
okay.
team.
Oh, okay. We're just talking about people outside of my team. Um, yeah. I mean, most of the people I like enjoy the play of are not very good outside of my teams.
Yeah, well, that's what we've come to realize.
There's a lot of hockey players I like though. Like I really like Charlie Coyle. I really like from the Minnesota Wild. Um, like I really like. Um, maybe that's about it.
Well, there
Oh,
you go.
John Gibson, the goalie for the Ducks. Love him. And Fleury, obviously, but he doesn't really count. And I feel like there's another guy in Vegas. Marchizzo. I like him.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah, I said Fleury. I said he doesn't really count though, because he's like my guy. But to be fair, like when he was on the Penguins, I didn't really like him. Well, like I liked him, but like as far as liking him goes, like I hated him.
Okay, TJ McConnell is a rebound away from a triple double. So
Is he
I
really?
interrupt this
That's
podcast
awesome.
for TJ McConnell talk. Can we talk about like I know we give a Joel Embiid the process. He got it. He got it. Oh my God, TJ McConnell's a god. Oh my gosh.
Are we winning?
Yeah, up by 18.
Solid.
I also interrupt my video feed so I can go tweet about it.
Okay, very good. Are you still? Why are you still on your phone? Oh, you can't hear me. This was not an official.
No, I can hear you. I just choose to
Oh,
ignore
okay.
you.
Okay, great. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying either. Oh yeah, why are you still on your phone?
Because I am. I would have to get off and get back on, you know?
Okay.
Okay, so back to TJ McConnell talk.
Yes.
Now that
Yes.
I've done my all caps
I'm a
tweet.
fan.
Well, yeah, obviously. But if you talk about someone that embodies the process, like TJ McConnell legitimately should not have an NBA career.
Yeah.
Like
well, no, that's not true. He shouldn't have gotten a shot, but he did, and now he's made something of it.
Okay, well, thanks for.
I think he should. I think he should have a career.
Point. Let me finish my soliloquy, and then you can comment. All right.
Okay, you rip. That's a direct infringement on my brand, but that's okay.
Well, thanks. But here I am, and here's my little talk here. Legitimately, he should not have he should have been given his shot, 10-day contract, and then someone should have cut him, and he should have went and lived his life out in the D League. And
G League.
And then no, I'm not getting any of the endorsement money. I will not use the phrase G League. And then going overseas or something, typical, scrawny, small point guard kind of.
I think you're missing a word there, and I would appreciate if you say it.
No, I think that it applies for pretty much any point guard.
I don't think it does.
Okay, well, we're not going to get into that.
Okay, I guess we're not embracing woke center here.
Okay, he's a white small point guard, 6 foot. There we go. Make Nick happy.
I think it's time we get some white cornerbacks in here too.
They are dousing him in water. He is soaked right now. But regardless, TJ McConnell should not be given a shot. The process was what gave him a shot, and he made all of it. He made a career off of the process because he was able to develop and become a good NBA player. And honestly, the Sixers as an organization have done a better job than the D League as an entire league in developing talent. I feel safe in saying that. I feel very safe in saying that. Like Robert Covington, marginal player. Good defense, streaky shooter, made himself a career. TJ McConnell could not shoot. Was like a 20%, maybe 18% free three-point shooter before he got here. Now he's 3J. Gritty, getting minutes on a team that's now 4 games over 500.
Yeah.
The process was something else. And I think TJ McConnell is my embodiment of it. Even though, we always have Joel to go back to.
I mean, that's the thing. Not to knock Joel Embiid, because I would never do that. Because he's probably, I don't know if it's a basic move to call it, to say he's like my favorite player on the Sixers, but yeah, I mean, he's probably my favorite player on the Sixers. But he is the guy in this case who is just kind of like embraced it so much where he kind of becomes like the guy for it. I think it's kind of a similar situation where Lane Johnson got most of the credit for the dog masks when it was really like a Chris Long thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had a better example, but that's just like my like most recent whatever. But yeah, not to knock Joel Embiid, but I feel like it's kind of not really his thing, especially because he wasn't a part of it for so long. Okay, and you just got knocked off. That's great. Let's see if I can get him back in here. But okay, you're back. Yeah, like I feel like it would be an issue if, say, like Dario kind of like took on like the process because he wasn't here for so long. Whereas like he has his own like I'm not coming over thing.
Yeah.
I feel like Joel Embiid wasn't part of the process. Like he's the result of the process.
I don't know about that. I think you have to like.
And this is nothing against him because I love the guy to death, and hopefully eventually he'll play a season and it'll be great, and I'll come down for the parade. But
to me,
I think that needs to be acknowledged.
The 2 years of rehab, him kind of being a Hinkies bit because like he was him and Dario are like prime Hinkie era drafting right there.
Yeah,
like that was those guys were like the most on brand draft picks made by Sam Hinkie. Like the whole Okafor pick really wasn't very on brand. Wasn't a very great pick either.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there.
But I would say that he deservedly so gets credit for the process. But like if you want a total embodiment of what the process did for players, like just as a whole, like Joel Embiid without like the 2 years of rehab, like he was already a good player. He made himself a great player over those 2 years off. Like I will go to the grave saying that the 2 years off did Joel Embiid wonders.
See, like I know we didn't mean to get onto this, and I don't want to dwell on it. But it kind of feels like like something I need to get off my chest because I thought this for a while. But like you say, like trust the process or like the process to me, and I think of like Ish Smith and Bob Covington and like Isaiah Cannon and like those are the guys I think about. Not like because Joel Embiid's like you want to think about like the guys who were like who should be laughable but like were like so kind of ironically beloved, and then you think of like Joel Embiid and he's like genuinely a great player. Like I think if Joel Embiid had been a bust and like never played, if he was like a Bynum type, like I think that's when you kind of be like the face for the process. But like he's too good. So
yeah,
that's my stance on it. I didn't want to get into it, but I needed to confess that.
Wow, life of a Philly fan beat me to my tweet. That's sad.
What was your tweet, TJ McConnell?
I was gonna tweet out TJ McConnell is too small with the Jason Kelsey picture, and they got me by 5 minutes.
I feel like I had a question about Jason Kelsey, but I forgot what it was.
He delivered the greatest.
No, I saw the speech. It was great, and I like as an Eagles doubter, like I loved it.
As someone that revels in my pain, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just really like when guys aren't afraid to do stuff like that. Yeah, there was something about the parade I meant to ask you guys, but now I'm drawing a blank. Also, not the question I wanted to ask, but the Mummers thing. Is that really
Yeah.
that big of a deal in Philadelphia? Because I've never heard of it until now.
The parade is always a really big deal. I know a lot of people really are into it. I guess. Personally, I don't know much about it.
Okay, because I looked it up and it was basically like it's a celebration of like every single nationality that's ever existed ever, but like it's a New Year's Day parade. I guess it kind of gets overshadowed by
New
the
Year's
Rose Parade, but yeah, like I had never heard about it before.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was pretty cool that they all kind of gave their own little city things. Like I especially when I saw Selleck in the Carmichael jersey, and I think Fletcher Cox was in Dawkins, I believe, and who was in the Reggie White? Someone was in Reggie White too.
Oh yeah, I heard you guys discuss this on
Yeah,
Cynics.
yeah, City Cynics. Shame was
Great show.
Thank you. I would appreciate if all of our probably 0 listeners right now go out and listen to that right now. Boost it like tenfold,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a really off-brand show. Not to get off topic here when I was saying, but
yeah, like
really off-brand.
I was also expecting Cantor to be on here, and you guys like still like talking about like how great the Eagles are and blah 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 blah. And I was just like you guys have had. I was like all ready to say like how you guys have had your week, and it's time to move on. But no, I think you guys are becoming or are transitioning from Philadelphia dumpster people to like well-adjusted human beings.
Okay. Kind of hurt on like that was really a backhanded compliment. I really didn't appreciate that at all. But I would say that how do I put this nicely? For the Eagles, it was a solid week of like celebration and like woohoo, like pat ourselves on the back, like we were here. I went through the ups and downs of Andy Reid's timeouts in the fourth quarter. I saw
fourth quarter. He never had timeouts in the fourth quarter.
I should have said lack of timeouts. That's a mistake on my part. Chest tap on that one. That's my bad. And then I was here for the mad scientist who blew up the NovaCare complex. And now with Doug Peterson, I was here too. I will always admit to this one. I didn't think they were making the playoffs this year. I would be the first one to tell you that I was shocked. But like at some point, like you got to be hit with reality.
Yep.
And I was living on cloud 9, went to the parade, and then Friday came. And you know what Friday brought?
Reality.
And you know what reality was?
It's never gonna happen again.
No, not at all. It was a Markelle Fultz fake update.
Oh yeah.
Joel Embiid reappearing on the injury report.
Yeah.
And then the realization that DeFilippo was gone and that Frank Reich could be going away too.
Well, Frank Reich is now gone.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Friday.
Okay. Sorry. I forgot we were time traveling.
And yeah, now Frank Reich is gone. And now DeFilippo also gone. So quarterback's coach and offensive coordinator gone.
Yeah. Wait, where did DeFilippo go?
Minnesota.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. As a coordinator.
Offensive coordinator. Yep, Pat
Oh,
Shermer left to become the coach of the Giants.
yes, I do remember that.
Ironically, the team that he beat as interim coach for the Eagles after Chip Kelly was fired.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Just thought I'd throw that one out there. A little more kind of deal. But what I realized? What really matters? The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions, and I can go back to that now whenever I want. So it's like I'm not going to be too distraught ever again. Like things go bad in my life, I'm just going to go on Wikipedia. I'm going to look up who won Super Bowl 52, and it's going to show the Eagles logo. Unless you go in and change that now and try and destroy my happiness once again.
No, I'm not. I don't have a Wikipedia account. I think that takes a special kind of nerd. Because you need an account to edit it, right?
I don't think so. I was gonna try and make Berg Bell Sports a Wikipedia page, and then I went into like the whole kind of thing about doing it because I was like, Wikipedia likes to put all their stuff at the top of the page, like Berg Bell Sports. It popped up with our logo. If someone accidentally typed in like Berg, we might make it up there.
Yeah, that's true.
Or like someone typed Bell and they went to the second or third page, like we could be right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, let me go try this out. And then like I think I usually have to make an account. And I was trying to figure out how to make the page. I figured it was like maybe drag a logo. They got like, kind of like fill in the blank kind of deal.
Yeah.
Not a fill in the blank kind of deal. Not at all. Very, very annoying. Not at all something I would recommend to someone who is faint of heart. It was not fun. No longer a very big Wikipedia guy.
What was it? Oh yeah. So do you think this kind of like I know this is a really stupid argument that we made with the Cubs and we made the Red Sox, and I don't think the Eagles are that similar to that, where like because the Eagles really haven't been losers. They just kind of like whenever they get a chance, like they ruin it. But do you think that now having that crutch of like being able to say like, oh, they won a Super Bowl, kind of like diminishes your experience?
I think I said this on City Cynics, another plug. I've softened. I've definitely softened.
And the ironic thing is, and I know we talked about this last week, I think it completely changes if you win another one. I think then you become just a normal fan, and when they suck,
no, I will always expect the worst.
But what I'm saying is,
I was raised too well to expect this to continue.
No. You're missing the point. What I'm saying is, no matter what, like you said, you have that crutch of, hey, we won the Super Bowl. Like all the rest of my life, Eagles seasons for the rest of my life are just icing on the cake because they won a Super Bowl. But I think if you win another one, you become like a normal fan, and when they're awful, like it pains you like it used to, and when they win, it's awesome again.
It'll still pain.
I think right now it won't hurt. Like if they go out and go 3-13 next year, it won't hurt you.
That'll hurt.
I don't think that'll hurt you.
No, it will. See, because I don't think you understand this. From a person whose franchise has 6 Super Bowls and has
two. I used to love throwing that around when I was about 9-10 years old, but I saw 2. Okay, so we can relax. The Steelers won 2 Super Bowls. The Penguins won 3 Stanley Cups in my lifetime. I've been very fortunate, but like let's not act like I got to celebrate. I got to celebrate 12, 13 titles.
Here's the deal. I will forever be hungry for Philadelphia to be at the top of the sports world. It's just the way it is. I want Philadelphia to be the way that Boston's been over the last decade and a half.
That's disgusting.
Why? I want it to win all the time.
I meant Boston.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't want to be Boston. I don't want to be like the people of I don't want to be like Boston. I just want the success.
Bostonians.
I don't want I want the win. I want the success. I just use them as the example.
Yeah, no,
So,
I get it.
I'm going to be insane and rapidly rooting for Philadelphia sports until that happens. So for me to be diminished as a fan, probably not the case. Will I admit to probably having a little bit more of a heart and maybe cracking a smile every once in a while? Yes.
Which I think, I'm not saying you diminish as a fan. I'm saying your experience diminishes. I don't think you'll be able to, I don't think you'll be able to have the experiences you've had before.
I would disagree with you on that one.
Okay. Again, this is a totally outsider's perspective.
I would say the first one probably will be the one that will be the most exciting, assuming it happens again, which is a horrible.
It's a very dangerous assumption.
Well, no, I wrote an entire article about this before the playoffs started, how we shouldn't assume that we're ever going to get back to this point ever again. I would say the first one probably would be the most exciting. And then after that, I'm still obviously going to be a big fan, you'll still see me tweeting out panic buttons every Sunday. I'll still go through the ups and downs of being a fan. I would also say that part of this is going to have to do with the rest of the NFC East, specifically that team down in Texas. There's just something about me that has a bad feeling that they might be pretty good next year. And if they start succeeding again, then you're going to see me back to the whole underdog kind of barking back at Lane Johnson and Chris Long kind of deal, you know?
Yeah.
And yes, I did bark back at Lane Johnson and Chris Long, and no, I am not at all afraid to admit that.
You're a psycho.
I am a psycho. 100%. All right, so now that football season is over, which
that's so sad, dude.
I am kind of sad about that. That was part of the whole reality check that hit me this weekend. Yesterday, I made a trip down to Camden, stopped at the Adventure Aquarium.
Yeah, you should have told me. I mean, granted, it's probably still about an hour, but I mean, I would have made the trip. Well, not to Camden. I would have met you outside of Camden, somewhere safe. But, yeah.
Yeah. So I made the trip to Camden, saw Campbell Field.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, saw Campbell Field. And went through Philadelphia. Still seems like a very nice place. Still seems like everyone's really happy. No one honked at me, and I didn't get cut off at all while I was on the roads. So
in Jersey?
No, in Philly.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I don't think you were in the right state, my friend.
Adventure. What was my point about this? Oh, yes, I was at Adventure Aquarium yesterday, and it was 1:00. And there's been Sundays, not many Sundays. I think there's maybe 2 Sundays this entire season where I wasn't stationed on my couch at 1:00.
Yeah.
But I casually looked at my phone and I clicked on the ESPN app just to casually look at what was going on, and the NFL thing takes me directly to the news tab instead of the games tab.
That's so sad.
And that's when I knew. That's when it hit me. It was oh my gosh, football is over. As great as the Eagles winning the Super Bowl is, I'm back to business. Now I'm just gonna binge watch running backs tape on YouTube now for the next 6 months. Not 6 months, 6 weeks. Got to get ready for the draft. But there's definitely a hole in my life that needs filling. It's sad.
Which is ridiculous because you literally just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, I'm still very happy about that.
No, I'm not saying you're being ungrateful, but that happens to everyone.
Yeah.
Like how did you go in 8 days to being on top of the world to like dead inside?
Well, let's be clear. I still have Super Bowl 52 to watch over and over again if I want to.
Yeah, I get the feeling. I was watching Super Bowl 43 the other night.
Yeah, I've watched Super Bowl
Which,
52
by the way, I
four times.
don't remember because I was what's that? It's like 10 years ago. So I was, I was 9 years old, 10 years old. But we really blew that game. I forgot about that. I totally forgot how badly the Steelers blew that game before they won. But the best moment, and I know I tweeted about it. I don't want to be that guy, but
Yep, you go ahead.
when well, first of all, first takeaway is because I actually flipped it on like as those last couple drives were starting. But I felt like I was 10 years old again, like saying like after the San Antonio Holmes catch, like because he had missed a catch right before that, and it was ridiculous. It's so much easier, and it just like went right through his hands. I'm like, why couldn't you just made that one? And so it was a funny time. But as he actually he made the last catch, I was doing like the Tony Romo, like Jim, all right, there. And let me tell you, that was a wild experience. And then I saw Lima Swede on camera. That took me back.
Well, I'm glad you could relive those moments. That'll probably be me on Monday nights in about 10 years. So
yeah, no, it's and that's the thing. Like I got 2 when I was very young, which was like great because like being a kid and being able to celebrate. But now seeing you guys have this, and like obviously I've had the Penguins, but the Steelers will always come first. So like I really now I'm really itching for a Super Bowl because next year is probably the last good year for Ben. And so unless we end up getting like unless we get Kirk Cousins or Josh Allen or Baker Mayfield, I would be so happy if either Baker Mayfield or Johnny Manziel lead the Steelers to the Super Bowl. But I'm thinking this year's the year or it's over. And then my life's over.
For the third, well, actually, this would be now the 4th year in a row. This is the last year in which Big Ben will be good.
Well, no, that's not true. Because if the Steelers win the Super Bowl, he will not be good. I'm saying this is
the 4th year in a row in which Big Ben will not be. Next year will be the last year where he will be competent enough to take the Steelers.
No. He doesn't have to be competent. He actually needs to be the opposite of competent. He just has to be like physically able to walk. Actually, no, that's not even true. He just needs to be present on the football field, and I think this might be the last year he is able to do so. But the Steelers are talking about re-signing his contract or extending his contract, which I'm very concerned about because I don't think he can live if he plays another season. Like I'm genuine. I'm not like.
I think he's going to retire.
I'm kidding, but like, I'm genuinely concerned for his well-being. I don't think there's much to like. I don't think there's much to damage up here for Big Ben, but like, I just don't want him like living in a wheelchair at the age of like 40.
I think he retires after this year. You want to know why? Because at his press conference, he specifically said he's not going to retire. Like, after they lost, it was like, I'm ready. I'll be ready to go like next year, like Whippy. Like for the first time in 5 years, he was like, I'm coming back. And that has to be an alarm going off in everyone's mind. Like,
yeah,
you don't just commit to coming back. Like that's a horrible idea if you're Big Ben. Because he just lost all the leverage he has on his contract. He's going to retire.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to keep talking about it like it's next month, but I'm like that's the thing. Like I want to be excited for March Madness, but like I won't be excited for March Madness until it gets here, and that'll be like That'll be an awesome time. But now I just kind of want to be depressed.
That's fair. I can see that. I mean, I won't be because I'll just go look up who won Super Bowl 52.
Okay.
But you can do that. I just want to kind of touch on this since we're on the topic. Now that football's over, I kind of forget how the show ran before football season. So do we talk about our personal lives, or is it kind of because there's no baseball to talk about?
Yeah, that's true.
There's no official workouts. Typically, we let Jason.
When does baseball start? Here's the thing, and I think I've talked about this on a prior show. I've committed to getting into baseball this year, and this is the worst possible year to do it because the Pirates can be god awful.
Yeah,
and there's some Berg Bell contributors that have tried to say oh, the Pirates aren't going to be as bad as people think. They are dead wrong. The Pirates are going to go 0 and 165.
Dang, they're going to lose that 3-game series to the University of Tampa early on.
Yes, that is correct. They are going to be so horrifically bad. That's the thing. I'm not well versed in this world. Does tanking work in baseball?
Just ask the Cubs and the Astros.
The Cubs tanked?
Well, the Astros.
Well, I know the Astros couldn't sign their number 1 overall pick, and now he's retired. So that doesn't give me solace.
Okay, it might not. It's not a perfect science.
Okay.
So it probably would work. I mean, technically, the Phillies are in the midst of that, and jury's still out on that one. Really, what you have to do is hope that all of a sudden, a Steinbrenner buys your team, and then they just spend money on all the right people.
Okay. Well, Steinbrenners are not going to buy another team because they're cheap now too. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know enough Yankees fans to know that now.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying that you need pretty much a rich dude to buy your team, and then just purchase every single good player.
Okay. Well, that's not happening anytime soon in Pittsburgh.
So at least it's Penguin season.
It is Penguin season. I haven't watched nearly as much as I did last year. I think that's just a product of me being busy, not to brag, but yeah, I'm actually getting really excited. This is the time of year where it really starts to pick up. I'm going to have to start on my playoff beard soon if I want any sign of anything come May. But yeah, it's looking really good. I don't know if you caught my rant while you were transitioning into the house, but it's looking like the Penguins have 2 MVP candidates on the team. This is where they're dangerous. This has been the story of the last 2 years. Where I don't know, last year not so much, but the first Cup year under Sully, they absolutely suck the first quarter of the season, and then they progress to only being bad, and then they just the new year hits and boom, they get going. So now, if we're following the model from 2015-16, Jim Rutherford will start picking up players that other teams are just looking to get rid of, and all of a sudden they will become stars. So yeah, I am looking forward to that part. And there's been rumblings of Matt Cullen possibly coming back to play center at 41 years old. So that'll be incredible. And then he'll probably retire if we win the Cup. So I'm looking forward to
that. Okay, and hockey report from the other side of the state. We are looking forward to be ending up mediocre after this run of success. We'll probably seal up that 8th seed or 7th seed.
There are 7 seeds. No, there's not. I'm being dumb. No, there's 8.
Again, I'm the hockey hardo here.
Okay, that was I don't know where that came from. That was probably Mount Rushmore of my dumb moment. thinking
Yeah,
there were
well,
only 17.
you absolutely were trying to come at my neck there. You honestly thought I didn't know anything about hockey, and you were finding any way to prove that wrong. But regardless, I'm just going to continue on here
Okay, you do that.
and say that, yeah, Flyers will probably disappoint me.
They'll probably
Somehow. Golden
disappoint
Knights,
you.
like, way less. You're back. Oh, no, you're not. Oh,
You've been lagging this entire time.
oh, nice. Because you just keep going in and out.
Okay, that's you, but that's okay.
I don't know. You seem a lot blurrier than me.
Okay, well, I'm crystal clear, so.
Okay. This actually happened at the end of City of Cynics. If you noticed, we
I
recorded.
listened to the podcast. I didn't watch the video.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you listen to the end of the podcast, everything starts to go, and then it just kind of goes out.
Oh yeah, well I knew it was your audio, so.
It actually wasn't my audio. Okay. Why am I even fighting this fight? It's not even worth my time. Yeah, that's all I got for you because I'm not going on my whole Flyers thing. I'm too happy for that right now. I'm still smiling.
Which is so not on brand.
No, don't worry. By Wednesday night when we record City of Cynics, I'll probably be back.
Oh,
Another
that's like a
Markel
weekly
Fultz-
thing now?
Another Markel Fultz shooting video, and I'll probably be back in the dumps.
My God.
And also, I feel like just before we end the show, we should definitely just destroy Jason a little bit.
Yeah, like we've done a show every Monday for at least a month now, and he just forgets.
I thought he was asleep, so honestly, I would have rather him been asleep. I think sleeping through the show is a lot less disgraceful than just forgetting about the show. And both are pretty disgraceful. And considering we were texting about it, and he doesn't go 2 seconds without being on his phone.
That's also true.
Really don't see how he forgot about this. So I'm going to ask you for your top 5 favorite embarrassing Jason things. And go ahead.
Oh. Where do I begin? That's the thing. He hasn't had like a whole lot of embarrassing moments as much as he's just consistently dumb all the time. Like I can't really point to like one thing where it's like, wow, like it must suck to be you there. Whereas there's just like a lot of small things that just pile up and you just realize like this kid's an idiot. So I guess I just pity him in that respect.
Yeah. All right. That actually worked out better than I thought. I wanted someone to roast him, and you got him pretty good there.
I feel kind of bad now.
Yeah, that is a man that owns 33% of this company. So when you see the Civil War break out in of Berg to Bell, that's what happened.
That's why. Yeah.
I would like to thank the 0 of you right now tuning in for watching. It has been a pleasure to bring you this.
Oh wait! Before we forget, have we reached a conclusion on what jersey you're getting?
The people voted Malcolm Jenkins.
I actually voted Malcolm Jenkins.
I see. And I want to get Jeffrey, but the last 2 receivers I got were Jackson and Matthews, and we see how both of those eras ended up. So, yeah, I think I want Malcolm Jenkins.
Okay, sounds good.
So I would like to make sure that he he gets through this off season, though.
Yeah, that's fine. Wait, he's not a free agent, is he? Because that's an awful move.
I've
done that before.
I don't believe so, but you never know. Kind of like Howie Roseman swinging deals might somehow pull a first rounder and Everson Griffin for him. So we never want to make a big deal about anything.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll hold off, but
But yeah, that seems to be
sounds
the
good.
conclusion. Thank you for holding up your end of the bargain. It's a pleasure to see you not only upset that Philadelphia is winning, but upset because you have to spend money on me.
That's the thing. Like and this has been displayed throughout the entirety of the Super Bowl. I will not apologize for my Eagles takes, but I'm the real one here.
That's a lie.
How is that a lie?
That, like, you have to remember, I typically, when the Eagles aren't winning Super Bowls, am very modest in my Eagles takes.
Yeah.
And that puts me somewhere in the middle of you and Jason on the spectrum of takes. If we're talking about reality runs through me here.
Okay, no, I don't go back on my takes. I don't apologize for my takes. Like in that sense.
Okay. Well then, I think this is a great time to end the show then.
Okay, great. Sounds great.
Thank you all for listening. The intern.
Oh, I just realized that like I have control over ending the show, but that's fine.
Yeah, so that's what I was kind of waiting for that, or I was just gonna hang up on you.
Okay.
So, Nick, press the button now.